He did it on purpose.
I think we've started now.
Oh, God.
Now, don't move again, for fuck's sake.
Oh, I did. Hang on. No, we're good. We're good.
No, we're good for now. Welcome back to the Two Montys.
Welcome back.
And you know the good part about this is, because the last time we did this, there was a massive lag and it gave me the shits, but this seems like it's going okay.
What? You don't normally get the shits over a minor inconvenience.
How dare you?
Hey, so Dill went shopping recently, which, as you know, annoys the fuck out of me because we have no room for the clothes we already own. But he did buy me a shirt. Look.
I saw the shirt as you sat down and I thought, is that what we're doing here? Is that
He bought a few other really fun ones as well, so I'll rip them out at the next podcast. We
look forward to seeing them soon.
Yeah.
So we're on the old would say Zoom, but it's not Zoom. It's called Riverside. It's what's that? Are you having baby food?
I'm gonna have a yogurt if you don't mind. A passion fruit chobani.
So, for those people who aren't watching, he's now taken out a small pouch like a toddler would have and is ingesting yogurt.
I'm sucking on it. That's what I'm doing.
Normally, if you wanted to watch him suck yogurt out of a pouch, it would be an OnlyFans subscription. This is a special for the Two Montys podcast.
That's one of my favourite things is when the family or friends ask like at a wedding, "Oh my God, how did these guys find you?" And I was like, "Probably Pornhub."
Yeah, OnlyFans.
Which worked particularly well on Saturday when I accidentally said the word porn in their ceremony. Did I tell you about this?
No, I don't think so.
I said, so he dropped a knee, she said yes, and they spent the afternoon celebrating with porn and champagnes instead of prawns and champagne.
Excellent. It works.
It works so well. They loved it.
So we should just, even though we said we weren't really going to, because I listened to today's podcast that came out with the great and powerful Nell Dark Jones, and we said we weren't going to talk about it anymore, but we will talk about it because this is the first episode we've had back post Two Montys auction. So previous episodes where we said, it was a fantastic result, we just said that bullshitting in the hope that it might be. But now the auction has actually been and gone. And we did have an excellent fucking result, and we're pretty fucking happy with ourselves.
Have you said what it was?
I haven't. No. I'm leaving something for you. I'm leaving some meat on the bone for you, as it were.
Thank you. Sorry, I was focusing on my yogurt for a hot minute.
Yeah, I could tell.
It's so delicious.
Just a little bit of something on your lip there, mate.
You just wanted to see my tongue action.
That's correct.
Yes. Oh, and we might preface this by saying, honestly, the most stressed I think we've both ever been before one of our auctions.
Yeah, I told this story to a few people, but year after year, joked about it for ages. That I'm stressing, going because I'm always nothing's in the bag till it's in the bag. Like you don't fucking there's no early crow. Don't get excited till it's done. And I'm always that, and you're always pretty optimistic. And then the morning of, the phone rings and. My mate knows that I fucking hate phone calls at the best of times, and I'm already stressed, and he's rung me every day for the last 4 days, and the phone rings and I look at it and I go, what could this prick possibly want told me in the previous couple of days? And you'd pretty much open with, oh, mate, I'm fucking shitting myself. I think it's going to fucking flop. And I was like, well, why are you ringing me to fucking share that news with me, mate? Like, keep that to yourself. You fucking ruined my morning.
I know, and it's because, in the past we've had, like, Kate and Russ, highest bidding couple via Zoom.
Yeah.
But outside of theirs, the Zoom couples have been outbid very early. So although we did have some, strong Zoom bidding this year, I still wasn't – well, we didn't know until it happened. But, yes, we had a few people registered for Zoom, and then we had, at that point, only one registered to bid in person in the morning.
Yeah.
And then we had that conversation, still shitting myself, and where I was truck driving, they were all asking about it because they knew what was going on. So are you excited about the auction? I said, not fucking yet, not until it's done.
Yeah. And
then got back in the truck, about to head home, and there was an inquiry there from, our highest bidding couple, as it turned out, that's super keen. So then we did start to get excited, but...
well, I didn't. I still didn't because I was like, "Fucking, we'll see." Well, and because and shout out to Jamie and Kyle. They heard about the auction at 2:30, and by 6:30 owned it. So great turnaround from them.
Do we want to let the punters know how they found out about it?
Yeah, go on then.
So she'd literally just booked and paid for Ravella, and then was starting to plan the rest of her vendors. And
I know she'd already sent Reese from Hungry Hearts.
Yeah,
she'd already sent him an inquiry.
They'd already been up to Whitaker's. Kyle had been up to Whitaker's to buy the engagement ring. Yeah.
Oh, good one.
Yeah. So they're using the Whitaker's money for the wedding bands.
Yeah, good one.
I think she'd already bought her dress as well.
Yeah, that's correct.
So, yep. Anyway, so Kyle had said like that he basically doesn't care what she does for the wedding as long as they get the whip cracking celebrant. So she's gone and Googled me and sent me an inquiry. Oh, sorry, she's gone and found my Instagram before she sent the inquiry. The first things that popped up was the Two Montys charity wedding, and then she's had a look at that, realised Ravella's on board, Whitaker's are on board, Hungry Hearts is on board, and a whole heap of other vendors she's going to book anyway. So before she sent the inquiry through to our website, she had rung her mum to ask if she can sling us some coin for the wedding, which is amazing. And then,
well, because I think that she booked Ravella for September next year.
Yeah, like
she'd given herself like 18 months lead in, and which is now suddenly 5.
And the date too was like I
think it was like 26926.
Yeah.
So shout out to anybody out there who's looking for a hot date that previously was booked at Ravella. It is now free, and I would encourage you to book it because we've snaked them for a proper booking.
Yeah. I mean, we're telling all this story where she's probably going to want to tell her side of it too. So
because we're going to get her on.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's cut that off and just say $60,000.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll stop talking.
Let's leave that story for her and then just go. They paid $60,000 for a $100,000 wedding. We're fucking stoked. That money obviously goes directly to the helicopter, which for people who are watching on YouTube, I've just conveniently stuck the photo behind me on the wall there.
I've got mine up on the bench.
Oh, you and mine. I know you do because I just put it there fucking 20 minutes ago. But yeah, super stoked. Great result. Best result we've ever had. Takes our tally over the years to about 280 and change.
Also, we should mention the package was not only, but the package was worth $90,000 at the point the bidding commenced.
Yeah,
and then we got to $50,000, and which we were stoked about. And then Kate King, your lovely wife, and Dylan, my
lovely partner.
There we go. He knows. You know who he is now.
Yeah, I've got some idea.
All it took was him to throw some money at it.
$5,000.
He's bought your kindness.
Well, no, and I don't even know. It was before that because I jumped up after telling our auctioneer extraordinaire, the great and powerful Scott Bailey from Bailey Real Estate in Singleton. I'd said to him, I'll stop interrupting you. And then I interrupted him about 5 fucking times. But as everybody knows, that's my number one skill in life is interrupting conversations. And I jumped up to say, I think we're at 46.
Yeah.
And I got up to do it's 50 years of the helicopter. Let's get it to 50. Let's go. And then Kate put a hand up and said, I'll drop 5 into something towards the wedding if you get to 60. And then Dylan put his hand up and said, well, I'll do the same thing. And so, I think I got to about 53 and then kind of slowed. And it went real Scotty Cam then. Someone had to take a call outside and speak to their broker or something.
Which would have been, like feedback-wise, everybody said we had no idea what was happening. A, didn't know who threw down the extra 10,000, and B, they didn't know why the bidding was just so delayed, because they couldn't see on the footage that somebody had gone outside on the phone. Yeah. So Jamie had, another phone call with Mum.
Well, and I think there was a bit of confusion too as to whether the 10K was just going to be like a briefcase full of cash. And we're like, no, it's got to go towards wedding things. Yeah. But basically it worked out great because I know, the Alfie / Ravella package was for 80 people.
Yeah.
And I know I spoke to Sam there at Ravella the other day and I think Jamie's having like 100 plus. So some of that money will obviously go towards filling those gaps, which is awesome. That's what it's
so for. 60 grand of the chopper for $100,000 wedding. You would be an absolute fucking peanut not to have a crack at it.
So this is the early sell any year. Early sell for next year.
Yeah, and maybe we could start organising things a little earlier than fucking January for a February
we
option.
have already had a few people reach out. I've probably got another. I haven't really spoken to you in depth about this, but we've had a few people go, "Oh, could I do next year?" And I'm like, we've barely got this out of the way. Let me deal with it later.
And for vendors that are wanting to get involved, we don't plan anything or really have the conversation until the wedding for this year's done.
Yeah, so we try not
post July, by all means, shoot us a message. Let us know you're keen. But we won't be. It's not on our radar until after Jamie and Kyle get hitched this year.
No, it's obviously
we don't want to take away from their day.
No, they deserve our full attention until that's done and dusted, because they've very generously slung a heap of cash at the helicopter.
Yeah. Stand by.
Oh, listen, didn't we tell you not to move, Lincoln? So, and what's happening, folks, is because we're on this Riverside thing. Lincoln's in a remote location running it. And we told Haron not to move, and here he's fucking moved again.
Did it fuck it up?
No, I think we solved the problem before we turned it on.
I'm going to use this platform as a PSA for all the vendors.
Don't spread your legs like that again.
All the vendors that were involved
Jones.
in this year's charity wedding with the Westpac chopper, the chopper have very kindly gifted you all some appreciation certificates and some pretty fucking epic stemless wine glasses, which have got the chopper and 2025 Two Montys charity wedding engraved on it.
Yeah, and
the reason I'm telling you is because we have got them, or the king has got a shitload of glasses and certificates at his house.
I have, and I'm hoping is, because you and I took some as well, and I'm hoping that the number that the helicopter gave us included some for us. So if we get to the end of the box and you haven't got one, you might be a vendor who gets a washed up version that I've been using for a couple of weeks. But I think because I was going through those certificates this morning and we both got a certificate, if I had to guess, I would say the number of glasses matches the number of certificates you would think.
But the reason I'm saying it here is because this is going to make your life easier if people contact you directly asking for their certificate.
Oh, yeah, but if you don't, that's not on the vendors to chase me for their gift for helping us.
No, but everyone's like, oh, free shit, let's get it.
Yeah.
Where is it?
And if you see me and I haven't given it to you, please remind me, because I'm just hopeless. I don't remember things. So
I'd probably leave a few boxes of glasses and the whole list of certificates in your ute, because otherwise...
The glasses are in the ute. I've got the certificates here. But, the glasses are in the ute.
Because you'll see someone randomly and then you won't have it. Yeah.
Oh, well, even yesterday, I went to pick up the glasses from Ravella and didn't take the certificate.
Actually, better yet, if you're a vendor and you want to get hold of your certificate and glasses, just call Monty King on 04. He would be happy.
Anybody is welcome to call me at any time. I'm very receptive to phone calls. I love hearing from my vendor friends, and it's exciting that if you call me, I'm excited to get calls. I'm actually, speaking of, I'm looking at the beard. I said last time how good my beard always looks. It looks absolutely dog shit today, and that's because I'm going this afternoon to see Alex, which reminds me I'll have to take a set of glasses and a certificate when I go and get my beard cut.
Will he remember? Hope, can you do a poll?
Yeah. Do a
link poll in the show notes, please.
Let's see what's happening. And I wanted to say too, for people that were the 4 people that do see us on YouTube would have seen me lift up my phone then and take a little photo and put it down. It was because my Yummy Mummy support group was asking what I was up to, and I just said, I can't tell you right now. I'm very busy. I'll have to come back to you about tonight's meeting later.
Hang on, are you messaging? Is that why my phone keeps going off?
No, it's not me.
Oh.
Listen, I'm not sending you a photo of the two of us. Someone was trying to contact me and I'm like, I'm just busy at the minute. I'll see you soon.
I was wondering which secret chat it's in.
No. Righto, that's enough. Thanks to all the vendors involved. Huge result. Thanks to Jamie and Kyle.
Jamie and Kyle, fuck knuckle.
I know, Alex is my barber who I'm going to see this afternoon, who I just mentioned. And I got confused because they were both 4 letters with an L in their name. So let's move on to other items.
I'm just trying to find my notes here. Got them?
Well, I'll give you one. Here's the other thing I want to say to you, and this is for all of us, but mostly you and I think we've been too wedding heavy lately. We need, it's too much. There's too much wedding talk. So think of something else, will you? See something in the news you want to talk about.
Or we could just talk about ourselves?
No, well, yeah.
In the third person. I know how much you like that.
I'm going to talk, after having said that, I'm going to talk about some wedding stuff because it was on my list. Now, I'm going to probably upset some people straight away. And I'm going to, and I know
surprise.
I know, surprise. I know you're on the same page as me with this.
Because we had the chat this morning?
No. But I'll take the bullet for it. It's going to be controversial because some people will go, you fucking prick, why are you saying this? But if you're a adult person who's attempting to organise a wedding, I would encourage you to contact vendors yourself and not get your mum to do it for you.
Oh, yeah.
And obviously, it's horses for courses. Mums are probably just helping out. But I'll be honest.
Don't play devil's avocado.
But
they're not just helping out. It's because they're a fucking monster-in-law, a pain in the ass.
I was worried I was going to say
no, fuck it, I'm going.
Or it's the bridesmaid or something. The mother is the worst one though, but because look, and this is just how I look at it. But if I get an inquiry from an adult person who's got their mum sending out inquiries, I'm like,
how fucking busy are you? You can't plan your own wedding.
Like, honestly,
yeah.
I don't want to talk to your mum about your wedding. I want to talk to you about your wedding. Anyway, that's my 5 cents on that.
I would nearly say that the couple don't even know mum's been sending out the inquiries.
I don't know if that. I wouldn't go that far.
No, I'm going to throw them right under.
Because to be brutally honest, if a mum is emailing you or I, the couple knows about it, mate. No mum in the world is finding us online.
What about from your Yummy Mummy's support group?
Well, yeah.
Retiree edition.
But none of them are looking at us online going, oh, that's the man that I'd like to run my daughter's wedding. I was at a wedding on the weekend and it was really hot. That was at Dark Horse. It was the first time I'd been there. Quite a hot afternoon, and Nan nearly went down by the end of it. They had to rush her into an air-conditioned room with a towel on her neck because it was so fucking hot.
Oh, sorry, I thought you meant she was just horny.
No, that's not what I meant. No, certainly not. You know what I'm talking about.
Nan nearly went down.
A specific grandma at a specific wedding. It's very recognisable. I'm not saying that at all.
Nana wants it.
I want to be very clear, but I was talking to the bridesmaids and they said, oh, I know it's hot, but the weather's fantastic. We buried a sausage last night. And I went, pardon?
Huh?
And they said, we buried a sausage last night in the grounds. And I said, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And everybody went, no. It's like a superstition that if you bury a sausage the night before, the weather will be fine the next day. And I just want to know, am I the only person that doesn't know about this?
What in the witchcraft and wizardry shit is this?
Great. I'm glad that you're on the same page as me. I said, I've been doing this 10 years and I've never heard that in my fucking life.
I tell you what, I buried a lot of sausages and it's not to make sure the weather's all right the next day.
I'll be honest, I did make some allusion to sausage burying.
Welcome, family, friends, sausage buriers.
Hey, if I had known beforehand, I absolutely would have. So I'm telling you, I'm Googling right now.
It's no longer calling consummating the marriage. It's called burying the sausage.
Of course. And to be honest, we had Nell Dark Jones on, who was on today's episode for people who have listened. Obviously, burying the sausage, it could be
burying a taco.
Well, I was going to say it could be latex, it could be food grade silicone, it could be a real one, whatever you like. But I just Googled and I only got as far as bury a sausage. And it came up wedding tradition. And
I thought you were going to say "in my asshole" was the next line on Google.
No, it's not your Google search.
Bury a sausage in my ass.
And it says, "Have you ever heard of burying a sausage before? It's a new tradition that brides swear guarantees a sunny wedding day." So, people out there, let us know.
No, oh God, it's like you're getting married in the middle of summer.
So
there is absolutely
I said I'd have been happy with the rain, to be perfectly
zero
honest.
guarantee it's not going to be raining. It's storm season.
Our super producer has slipped into our show notes to say the idea is to charm the sun out from behind the clouds and keep the rain away, because the sun is renowned for loving sausages. So, and there's a bunch of stuff in here about it. Oh, burying a bottle.
Burying a bottle?
A bottle of bourbon, burying full bottle of bourbon upside down will ward off rain, bring good weather, and the morning of the wedding. The dirt-covered bourbon will ward off rain, bring good weather, and the morning of the wedding, the groom digs it up for everyone to enjoy through the day.
This is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
But it does open the space to create our own absolutely dog shit wedding traditions and then basically broadcast them as if they are real life.
They're real things.
Yeah.
Well, when we have like client meetings, just go, and they're like, have you got any ideas? Well, there has been this tradition that we've recently heard about of.
I heard if you throw a cheeseburger at a homeless man, it won't rain on your wedding day.
That's very good. I like that a lot, actually. I'm also interested to know why that's the thing that came to you so quickly. Like, out of all the things that you could have come up with, throw a cheeseburger at a homeless man is double. Lincoln again is in our chat notes saying double cheeseburger brings wealth and fertility.
It'll be a life well lived if at some point before I die I hear on another podcast somebody referencing the cheeseburger homeless man wedding day tradition.
This is a slip away from that exactly, but it turned up in the old Facebook memories. I didn't do it this year, and I'm filthy now that I didn't. But I normally just repost it every year, and it's this clip of this guy who, he looks like a bit of a knucklehead. He's been in the lockup overnight and had to attend court, and he might not even have a shirt on in the interview. So
Facebook memory, is this a selfie?
No. But this bloke, he broke into a Masonic hall, and so and he was charged with break and enter, and he damaged the piano organ in there and all this shit. But there's all these little wild details that so the bloke's marching down the street, and he's pretty good natured. They're shouting questions at him, and he's answering them, but he's obviously trying to get the fuck out of there because he doesn't want to. And so the chick goes to him, so are you sorry about what you did? He goes, yeah. And he's obviously a Freemason because he goes, I'd like to apologise to all righteous Freemasons. And she goes, so are you sorry that you broke in? And he goes, yeah. And she goes, what about the toy gun and the remote control car? And he goes, yeah, I don't know what that was about. I've had a lot to drink, eh? And she goes, and what about all the cheeseburgers? And he goes, well, I bought them for the homeless. I was going to give them out to the homeless. But so in the course of this chick chasing him in the road, he's broken into the Masonic Hall blind with a toy car and a toy gun and fucking 50 cheeseburgers when the coppers have rolled in. So he's in there blind, playing the organ, surrounded by cheeseburgers with and a toy gun. And he's just going, I was really drunk, eh? And she goes, do you think you'll ever do it again? And he goes, oh, no. I'll probably buy cheeseburgers for the homeless butt. And then it's the funniest thing I've ever seen in my fucking life. It's no succulent Chinese meal, but it's very, very good.
Oh, God. I think that it does ring a bell, but I also, I couldn't remember it that well. And I didn't know that the toy gun and the toy car weren't going to make an appearance inside of him. That's where I thought that was going.
Yeah. But it's just wild. She's just because you don't know any of the details. And she's just going, what about the cheeseburgers? What about the remote control car and the toy gun? And the bloke's going, and he's just going, I don't know. I don't know what I was doing.
Which the news crew wouldn't have gone into which means the first responding officers come out and said, fuck me, you should go and look in there. Cheeseburgers.
Or they've gone, the police media person's gone, oi, even if you don't come to any other fucking court thing today, this is the one to come to.
Now, not wedding related.
Great.
We love a change up. So 2 weeks ago, went back. I opened the Glen Innes show.
I'm aware.
Which I would the committee, I'd been, talking to them through the week, and it was all very low key. Just basically, we just need you to get up on the stage and announce the show's open. We're not expecting much, like whatever. So I thought I was just going to wing it, which I never do.
I'm going to probably ruin your story. Keep going.
I thought I'll just wing it, and then I got there, kind of 20 minutes before kickoff.
Did you have tickets? Were you able to get in?
Dill was quite concerned that the Glen Innes show was going to sell out and couldn't get a ticket.
Yeah.
Until he realised that doesn't.
5 people there.
It doesn't happen. They love the locals, and there's always tickets available. It's like Mother Teresa, always room for one more at the Glen Innes show.
Yeah.
So we got in. I've gone to the bar to get a beer before. That was the marshalling area for the the dignitaries.
Yeah.
And then my friend, who's part of the show, she goes, so everybody's so excited for your speech. They're all thinking it's going to be so funny. I was like, what? And this is 5 minutes now before kickoff. And so I'm madly sinking piss and trying to write something to open the fucking show with. So I repurposed that poem that you love so dearly previously and just made it more about the show.
Good.
But don't worry, I'm not going to read it.
I was on the tip of my tongue saying, oh, great, it's a lovely story. If you subscribe to our Patreon, you'll get a copy of him reading it out loud.
Yeah, no.
We don't have a Patreon.
But then the last line was something about, and then now declare the Glen Innes show finally open, and it rhymed with whatever the fuck I said before. But then I jumped off the stage and cracked the whip.
Right.
As I did it. So, but the problem was there was about 30 Catholic school kids in front of me that had just sung the national anthem.
Yeah, right.
So I thought if I go and whip them in front of the whole town, that's not going to be a good publicity move.
Right,
but didn't get them.
It's all right. Catholic school kids are used to fucking a bit of mistreatment, mate. You're right.
But there was a photo. So I wore that gold number from Loz and Reese's wedding, which obviously back in Glen Innes, anybody that didn't see the opening ceremony and didn't know who I was would have just thought,
show dressed like that.
Who the fuck is this unit walking around the Glen Innes show?
Very good.
Wearing that. But one of my friend's dads came up to me and shout out to Howard Wan. He's an absolute fucking unit.
Right.
Just the most country. Okay. So before I get to this one, there's a few stories. So his daughter, Laura, she was the first one in our school group to get married at a couple of years after school. And Howard unfortunately had a heart attack the week before her wedding and he was, fucking very crook in hospital, couldn't make it out for the wedding. Anyway, part of his rehab, after the heart attack, they said, well, we need you to run, 5 kilometres on the treadmill. And he's a bigger sort of bloke. And he goes, I couldn't fucking do it before my heart attack, so why the fuck do you think I could do it after one?
When you said it, I was like, this sounds fucking awful.
He said, let me the fuck out. Anyway, then we were hay baling for him one time, and Robert pulls up at Smoko. He says, do you want a cup of tea, Howard? I said, oh, yeah, we'll go back to the house. And Rob goes, no, I got it all here. And he opens a toolbox on the side of his truck. The fucking generator, there's a microwave, there's a kettle, there's a toast, the whole setup. And Howard just sits back. He goes, well, I've fucking seen everything now. And so at the show, he comes up to me wearing what I was wearing. And he goes, now, I'm pretty sure you're only fucking at the show for the ring events, aren't you? And the best thing was he didn't just say it to me. I was in the bar for another 10 minutes and I heard him, every person he spoke to, it was kind of like a point and tell the same joke.
Yeah. Look, and I'd put shit on him for that, but I am super guilty of that. If I find a fucking zinger in a group, I'll go from group to group and just fucking
100%.
over again.
So I did quite enjoy that line.
I don't know that I've got anything else on the list that's worth bringing up now. We're going to...
the Pretending to be Boomers Facebook page doesn't... Oh, yeah. It still doesn't disappoint. There was one asking if the taxis are running in Glen Innes tonight a few weeks ago.
Did you post that?
No, I didn't actually. But our house post ended up being in there 3 or 4 times. So
that's funny. That's so funny. It must be Newcastle heavy.
Yeah, I reckon. Yeah.
So shout out to those people who run that.
It's probably the boys from the Daily Blue or fucking
yeah.
They're all behind it.
Lincoln's in the side chat saying we're over the half an hour now to fucking cut it out, but no, he didn't say that. He just said we're 32 minutes in.
I don't know where you're seeing these show notes. All I see is
don't worry about it.
A hidden profile that says
given it
not Monty.
Given it took us about 10 minutes to get you camera on, I'm not going to add a fucking extra layer. Yeah, the chat's only for the tech literate, Lincoln said. Do we want to talk about, just before we go, do we want to talk about Facebook pages and now that you're allowed to be an anonymous poster?
Yeah, let's do it.
No, let's not name it. We're not any group. There's any number of groups.
I'm just saying for the the technically illiterate, aka me.
You wouldn't even know how to do it.
I don't even know. I thought these people had to create a whole nother profile.
No.
Which means they had to go to somebody to get a fake ID because don't you have to be a legit person to get a Facebook profile?
No. No. It's and the reason neither of us really know how to do it is because we're not fucking cowards.
Yeah.
So if you're going to post something on the internet, like unless it's like, oh, I'm surprising the mum for her 80th and I'd like to know where to buy fucking bar.
Yeah.
But if you just want to put in there some controversial hot take in whatever group it is, fucking Weddings Australia.
Also, if your mum's turning 80, don't surprise her. She's at the age where she's easily scared and it could end in a heart attack.
But whatever the page, whether it's, we see wedding ones or fucking Orange Orchards Australia or fucking whatever, if you've got some hot take, don't be a fucking keyboard warrior and hide behind a fuck. Oh, there he goes. He's done it. I don't even know if he's still here anymore. It's taken the whole time. Lincoln, I think we might as well just shut it down here. Anyway, if you want to... Oh, no, we can still hear him. No? No, he's absolutely cooked this. I reckon Lincoln's done it to you on purpose. So, with that, folks, he's not even fucking here anymore. I'm going to say... See you next Tuesday. Bye for now.